Hey, good morning. So this is my recap for day 3. It's technically day 4 morning, but did do one last night. Wanted to see if I had a better update come the morning, but as you may be able to see out there, it's been pretty unlucky with the weather so far. Yesterday was supposed to be clear most of the day and then bad rain overnight, but it actually just turned out to be rain all night. So started at like 3 in the morning yesterday and just got progressively worse to where the fog was so bad you couldn't even, when I got here, you couldn't even see that tree line right there. It's pretty thick. So I went from Gooch to Woody's Gap, and when I was getting to Woody's Gap, there was a newlywed couple, real nice people that I had met earlier yesterday when we were leaving, and they were getting a hostel down here and wanted to know if I wanted to share a ride, and it just seemed like the right call. It was pretty early in the day. I think it was only like 1:30. Went about 5.5 miles at that point, but it was raining and it was windy and it was really low visibility. So the hostel here was all booked up, but there's a motorcycle hostel right next down the road from it. So we went ahead and booked that, started walking down the hill. Nice guy stopped and picked us up, got us off the road and drove us down here. So we got here a little right around 2, and just kind of hung out, got a pizza, got a shower. Paid a little more than I wanted to for what the room is, but it's a private room and it kept me out of the rain last night. And the wind. The wind is what's concerning. But also there's trails are going to be saturated today. So I was hoping, and it looked like most of the really, really heavy stuff pushed through. I know like Panama City and Louisiana and stuff were having tornadoes last night, and that part of the storm didn't make it all the way up here. It pushed through east of us, so that's good. So the rain looks like it'll last about till noon, and then we'll have really heavy winds behind the rain, and then probably more rain in the afternoon. So, I'm gonna do what I can, but also be safe. The next stretch is Blood Mountain, so it's gonna be, pretty treacherous hike on a good day, and wet and rainy, and no view anyways, because you're not gonna be able to see anything up in the clouds in this mountain. I may elect to do the bypass, which is Freeman Trail, which is about the same mileage, just doesn't take you to the summit. The concern there is it's not as well kept according to the travel logs, but it's still marked pretty good since it's the only trail out there, and shouldn't have any issue with directional. It's just, if in all this weather, debris and trees and the wind have affected the path, it may be tougher, but less risky than falling off the top of a mountain. So at 4,400 feet. So that's the plan for today. I'd love to get all the way to Neal's Gap, but we'll see. The other issue is if I go beyond Jarrard Gap, I pretty much have to get to Neal's Gap, because for that 5-mile stretch up and over and then down the other side of Blood Mountain, you're required to have a bear canister for your food. You can't just hang your bag, and they don't have bear boxes out there. So I don't have one of those because it's just, most people don't carry them. They're extra weight, but this is the one section on the AT that requires you to have one. So if I make the commitment at Jarrard Gap to go, based on the weather, I'll go, which will make a long day, but I'll get to Neal's Gap and be able to hit up the hiking store and resupply, and stay at a campsite right there just past where the bear canister requirement ends, so just have to push through. If it's looking really nasty, then I'll probably just go up a little ways and then go back to Jarrard Gap and just hunker down for the night there, which will make for another short hike day, but at least it won't be a zero. At least I'll get some, work in. I'd rather not take a 0 day this early in the trip, and I'm feeling pretty good this morning physically, so I don't feel like I have a need to take a 0 day unless it's just out of my control, which it may be. So anyways, pretty much hung out the whole day with the newlyweds. They're on their honeymoon. This is what they decided to do for their honeymoon, so big ups to them, man. That's cool. So we got some pizza last night and just kind of hung out, and I watched a little TV and got a little refreshed and stayed dry. Hopefully the gear's all dried out. I've had most of the stuff hanging up all night, and I'll try not to get it soaked today. If we can get through today, the hope is, it looks like the weather's really gonna start improving and we can start moving. So bathroom wise, I know I said I'd update you, so I did. Shortly after the last video, I took care of business, and then the next morning as well, so starting to get on a more regular track. Was able to eat plenty yesterday, so today should be fine, and energy wise and everything. And I've got a little extra pizza I can take with me to cover the next 10 to 12 miles to Neal's Gap. So if I know you, I love you and I miss you, and you're watching this and you don't know who I am, thank you, but I don't know why you would do that. I'm just out here chugging along. So all right, talk to you soon.